Good morning. Again, I am coming with a judgment which will be helpful for young lawyers who are practicing at the initial stage and particularly 138 cases. See, filing a 138 case against the individual by individual is very easy. But when you file a complaint against company, so you have to drop the complaint with very careful because time and again the High Court and the Supreme Court used to quash the complaint. If directors or some accused other than the companies are made as an accused, without verifying whether they were in charge on that particular date or whether they are actually directors of the company earlier or not, their resignations they were accepted or not, all these things to be probed, and we cannot probe all those things. But therefore, sometimes we have to probe. That is depends upon you. Now the question arises two aspects for this reference case law. This is AR 2023 Supreme Court 4929. AR 2023 Supreme Court 4929. CB Thomas versus So Many Ceramics Limited. Therein they have added some 6 accused. One of the accused complaint was quashed. They say the reason for that to invoke 141 1 subclass 1 of the Negotiable Instrument Act, where the person in charge of was responsible to company for conduct of business would be guilty of offence. So you have to specific and clearly mention how each accused has involved in the act of business. This is most important. In absence of such averment, the Supreme Court quashed the complaint. See, that is most important. This is Kerala case, and you go through the facts of the case. They say the complainant is supposed to know only or generally as to who were in charge of affairs of the company or firm as the case. The other administrative matter would be within the special knowledge of the company. So that is there. Then they say by Gunamala Sales Private Company case, referring that you have to disclose clear and specific role of the complainant. Then this is also most important Sevakramani case. Section 41 is an exception to normal rule that there cannot be any vicarious liability when it comes to penal provisions. But to attract vicarious liability, you have to bring in 141 class 1. Therefore, in the absence of such specific allegations, they say the complaint is liable to be quashed. Kindly go through the judgment and you try to specifically impute any your experience, knowledge, some biological thinking. So therefore, that complaint is sustained. Otherwise, you simply drop it. Do not try to include all the accused. And that what I always request lawyers, young lawyers. First of all, you try to cross-examine your own client and get particular information. Ask him when you have had a contact with the company, and at the time of company, who all are the persons who had contact with you personally or on a written contract, or whether there was any other involvement of the other officials for not honoring the check as a case. Then thereafter you draft it. Take at least spend some few time. This is my advice. Happy New Year. All right, I have seen yesterday night, the New Day celebration. Shocking sometimes. is order of the day. Mm, Women empowerment were exhibited highly during these celebrations. The best wishes.